Okay, so I got a story to tell. Uh, so I finished what? I thought I shut the window. Hold on. I did. Why did I just hear the thing go off? Hold on. I don't know. It's shut. I don't know why I hear it. Sorry, folks. I don't like to walk off camera unless I really have to. Okay, so after I watched this movie, The Dead, right? I was getting ready to record, and I was getting up to go shut the window. She didn't hear anything. And I decided, I was in the middle of singing New York Groove, just like the chorus, New York Groove by Ace Frehley. And I just decided to press record, right? So it starts with that, and in this video, you can hear a little bit of Chris Stuckman because I was watching one of his older videos. But I paused it, and I was just goofing around, right? Well, then I decided to do this impromptu thing because I watched this movie pretending I got attacked, right, by someone. And I just kept going with it. I improv this whole thing where I was getting asked questions by some attacker who was obviously me, but I don't show the camera on the person when they talk. Oh, it's only on me when I'm supposed to talk, and then I'm up into the sky when they're talking. It's behind the scenes knowledge for you. That one. No, I wasn't going to put it on YouTube due to the fact that Chris Stuckman's in the background, but it's very quick. And you want to hear like one clear sentence of it. And I'm not trying to piggyback, but I could not delete this video without uploading it first. So please go check that video out. It's called We Ask the Questions. 3 exclamation points at the bottom. It's in my Halloween Horror Month playlist. It's probably up by now by the time you're watching this because I uploaded it right away. Didn't set it for a specific day. It's just something I came up with top of my head that I couldn't get rid of. I had to document. I had to put it on the channel. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, The Dead. All right. The Dead was a movie I'd heard about, and it's one of those off the laptop kind of films. So I'm like, oh great, another copycat, another unfriended copycat. And then I read it, and then I noticed it came out in 2013. I'm like, wait, Unfriended didn't come out until 2014. This did it first. And it's an IFC film, and I have an affinity for IFC films. Like Break. It's an IFC film. There's a movie that I'm trying to get, but it's a little too expensive, called Dark Mirror. That I thought was pretty good. It's sort of like Mirrors. You don't see those movies, just, I guess it's like that. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. But I was drawn to IFC movies for a while there. Just because I think I have a few in my horror collection, actually. If I take a look. Looking for IFC. Looking for IFC. I don't see anything. I thought I had some. Shop Factory. I don't know. I thought I guess not. I thought I did. It would be on the top, right? I'm not worried about it now. But, so yeah, it's very much in the vein of Unfriended, but not a copycat. In fact, it sort of reminds me of Unfriended Dark Web. But I'm going to be frank with you, alright? Let me be frank. Okay, then who am I going to be? No! Okay, I'll be frank with you. I like this better than Unfriended Dark Web, but not as much as Unfriended. Let's talk about it. So, we follow with Elizabeth, who is... she's pitched this to a review board for her college, I think she's supposed to be in. You know, she's older than me. In 2013, I was 26 years old. Okay? So she's 38, so she would have actually been 28? 3 years. 29. Almost 30, and she's in college. Well, I guess you could do that, but the way they play is that she was college age student. But she has set up this. Of course, she could be playing younger. Of course, she is. Uh, but she set up this thing that she's going to go on this site called the Den, which is the title of the movie. And she's going to go on it. She's going to record herself just talking to random people for a thesis for something that she needs. She needs a grant for it, so they give her the grant. I don't know what this is supposed to do, but that's our way to get this going. All right, and I like the movie, okay, but there's something that happens partway through the film, almost halfway, maybe more, that really confused me, okay, especially what they show at the end. It makes no sense. So we were introduced to Elizabeth. She's got a friend named Jenny with an I, and a boyfriend named Damien. So he's the son of the devil. No. A friend named Max, who's a computer guy, and a sister who is pregnant. Those are the important ones. And she's going through, and it's very much what you think one of these sites would do. And I think it's kind of funny. You have the actress who plays Elizabeth is named Melanie Papalia, whatever. She was in a very similar film about a chat-based group, a chat group called Chat Roulette. It was called Smiley. And it was basically the same thing as this. You go from place to place, chat to chat, random people. It was, it's the same concept. Only that one was a regular movie. This is filmed from the laptop's point of view. And it's what you think would happen going through the stuff. You see dude, wiggling his dick around. And there's one later where this guy's jerking off. Of course, you don't see it. You just see him moving his arm, but he's doing something under the camera with his arm. So, his hand. There's like a video where there's like a stuffed dick and stuff splinters out of it. I don't know. There's a lot of. It's very realistic, and you get these guys and hey, some guy types in "show me your titties" and stuff like that. And it's something you would get in a site like this. So honestly, I understand. But then one time, she gets this. She's with her friend, they're drinking beer, and she gets up to do something, and her friend is left there, and this one thing with a picture of a woman on there pops up and starts saying mean, rude things to her. And then, so as a result, the friend closes out. Pick up the next morning, and our main character, Elizabeth, she's in like a cafe, and there's a pop song in it. And so this person ends up talking to her, being nice. This person ends up hacking the computer. And this person, hacks the computer and is watching her when she's asleep. Even, we see, her boyfriend comes over and goes down on her. You don't see it, really. Just kind of, his head's right there, and it's implied that's what she's doing. And they record it and send it to the people on the review board. Yeah, that she convinced. Yeah. And so things start to get weird. So she tries to get the cops involved. And the guy who plays the sergeant is Griffin, the record executive from Big Time Wrestling. I know him somewhere, so I looked it up. It's Griffin. So he's the police sergeant. And, of course, police in these movies are helpful. Because there's a video... they show the girl that's in the picture. They slit her throat. And when she shows the cops, they're like, that could be snuff film. It could be fake. You never know. And if it is real, say it is real. Well, if it is real, there's nothing we can do about it now. Who knows where it is? It might not be in our jurisdiction, so they're not going to do anything. And then her boyfriend goes missing. She tries to, she's talking to her boyfriend. He wants to spend time with her. She's always... You can see this character is very much dependent on the internet. Because later she talks to her sister. And she's like, you need to get on the internet. And she's like, yeah. Pregnant sister. Which she's only introduced for, the thing later. And I didn't see this part, but, did the sister die, or was that just something else? I don't know. It's really weird. So she talks to her computer friend Max and says, "Hey, can you look up this person, see what you can find?" And he comes back later and said, "I couldn't find anything." At one point, the boyfriend calls in, but it's like a pre-recorded video. This repeats itself, and then it shows the apartment is empty. Like you show, "Hey, I cleaned the apartment," and it's empty the next time. And she goes over with the sergeant, and still the sergeant can't do anything. He's like, it cuts off. I really wish they wouldn't do this, because like we're following this, but it cuts so that she can, this person can lure the friend. I think it is, because they're hacked in. So he lures her friend, Jenny, messes with her, makes her go over to Elizabeth's house, and then basically kills her. Yeah. So then she goes home, and there's like nothing there. No blood, nothing. And the computer's been moved back. It's really weird, because they show when the computer's just sitting there, it's pointed at her bed. But when she sits down and look at it, it's pointed at the kitchen. So I don't know. It's really weird. Police are no help. She keeps trying to find a way to contact her boyfriend and figure out. And this is what really pisses me off. She's opening everything they send her, and they clearly realize that because they send her this thing, and this is what really confuses me. All right, because the whole thing of found footage is that you're being presented with footage that is saved and is put together, right? So this person sends her a link. She clicks it, and it's a virus that deletes her whole laptop memory. Everything on the laptop, gone. And even Max explains, yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Remember that. Remember that. So, she still keeps the laptop. At this point, I would shut off the laptop, get rid of it. Bob's your uncle, right? Bob's your uncle, get rid of it. Say, I'm done. I'm done. Not getting that. First of all, cancel your account with the Den, right? Not that they'd probably be able to hack back into it anyway, but I'm just saying. So eventually her sister is threatened, so she has to go, get a hold of her sister. Okay, so they show people, the bad guys, on the screen, but their face is blurred out. And I don't know if that was done in post, just so they couldn't see. But later, their face, like in a mask, is fine. I guess I don't know. So she contacts the police and says she's the one attacker. She gives her sister's address. So the cops do eventually show up. We see them come in there and they put the knife to the pregnant belly, and the police show up, right? And we're presented like they leave the laptop sitting in a yard, and it cuts, and the screen is blurry because they put it in a plastic bag. So we're supposed to think they bagged it up as evidence, right? Well, if they bagged it up as evidence, it wouldn't be open. They'd close it. It wouldn't be, no. And whoever it is sits down and then asks about the father of the baby. Where's the father? He's not in the picture. Well, your husband? I'm not married. What about the father? He's not in the picture. He should be here. Shouldn't he be here? I don't know if she dies. I don't remember. I paid attention to that part. But she basically, Elizabeth goes home, and then we get the climax, basically, of this film, where she gets another message, and again she answers it, and it's from Max. And this really pissed me off, because it's like common sense woman. She gets a call. She calls Max and tries to get a hold of him. He doesn't answer. As soon as she hangs up, she gets an email. She gets a chat request from him. Yeah, don't answer that. But she does. And it's revealed that Max has been captured. obviously, is like frozen up or whatever. And then she gets captured. And then we're presented, she's in this room. She's got a GoPro stapled to her head. Okay. Apparently. And she has another, she's, looking at another webcam. And she's looking at her boyfriend who is there. And Max is on another one. But it's a trick because Max is pre-recorded. And the boyfriend tries to tell him and it gets cut off. And then he gets beaten up and dragged somewhere else. And then she's able to escape somehow. And this alarm goes off. I'm like, shit, it's the perch. That's what it sounds like. She's able to escape. But all we see at this point is first person. Like, it's in the GoPro, it's on her head. So we don't see her. We see her struggling with people. We don't get to see her. Mostly, probably because they just have a stunt double for this, right? And then she gets hit by a car, right? And we cut to someone else's point of view, someone named Brienne, right? And she is watching video of Elizabeth. She's on the den. And it cuts to a video of Elizabeth getting hung and then shot in the head. And then we cut to this guy sitting on his laptop. And apparently everything we just viewed is called a narrative on this website of people who are exploiting people who watch the den. It's presented as a narrative, but it's actually stuff that has really happened within the confines of this movie. And then he clicks on Brienne because he wants to continue, until the son walks in. He goes, Dad, shuts it. So we are being told that everything that we are watching in this movie has really happened, quote unquote, in the confines of the film. And it has been uploaded to this site. Shown to people as a narrative, a fake snuff film thing. Only one problem. How can you do that when you deleted everything on her laptop? All the footage? Gone. Max even said so. You wouldn't have anything. Previously, only thing you'd be able to show is everything after you deleted this stuff. So it makes no sense. Although you could say they backed it up before, but I don't know. It's really iffy. By the way, I forgot to say that the sergeant goes in, I think it's Max's house, and he gets killed. I think that's before she gets taken. She tries to yell at him, hey, behind you, but it's too late. He does find her friend. She doesn't kill the friend. He takes her back to her house, which is very confusing because he lures the friend to Elizabeth's house to just attack her, take her back to her house, and slit her wrist to make it look like she committed suicide. Even go as far as typing up a note and sending it to Elizabeth an email. Okay? Middle of the road. Middle of the road. It's better than Unfriended Dark Web. Not as good as Unfriended when it comes to those kind of ones. Where's it going to be in the ranking? We'll have to wait. But I believe I'm done with all of the found footage movies for the month. Let me look. That's Dan, right? 2. Yeah, found footage ranking is on the 28th. So look for that. Yeah. That's the last of the found footage movies I have to do for this month for the ranking. I didn't have to do that much, actually. I had to do, let's see. One, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6 if you count Chernobyl Diaries, and I'm not really going to. I was going to. I thought it was a found footage film. Turns out it looks found footage, but it's not. Not really. Only a couple times in the film at the beginning, and then when they were looking at Chris's camera to see what happened. But other than that, it's not footage. I'm not gonna count it. So, what are your thoughts on the Den? Leave no comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty. Check out that little short I did. We asked the questions. Please check it out. I think it's funny. See you in the next one.